Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something right now. Texting a man ain't just about hitting send and hoping for the best. Oh no, it's an art, a delicate dance. And if you don't know what to say or what not to say, you might just be shooting yourself in the foot without even realizing it. Now listen, the very first text you never want to send a man is that desperate, begging kind of message. You know the ones I'm talking about. Why aren't you answering? Or please call me back. Let me break it down for you. When a man sees a text like that, what he really hears is, I'm needy, I'm insecure, and I'm putting pressure on you. And I promise you, ain't nobody got time for that. It doesn't matter if you like the guy or not. When you come off like you're chasing him down, it immediately kills any kind of attraction he might have had. Here's the thing about men. They want to feel like the prize, not the problem. They want to know you're confident, that you got your own life, your own rhythm. When you send a text that's begging or pleading, you make yourself look like the opposite of that. You look like you're desperate for attention. And guess what? Desperation is a huge turnoff. It makes him feel trapped, like he owes you something. And when a man feels trapped, he looks for the exit. No man wants to feel like he's being controlled or pressured, especially over a text message. You see, ladies, texting is a reflection of how you value yourself. If you show a man you can wait patiently, that you don't have to blow up his phone every time he's busy, you send a message that you respect yourself. And that's powerful. So instead of begging or pleading, give him space to breathe. Let him come to you when he's ready. If he's truly interested, he'll make the effort without you having to beg him for it. And that's the kind of man you want in your life. The one who chooses you freely, not because you pressured him into it. So don't send those needy texts. Hold your ground, keep your dignity, and watch how the game changes. Now, let me tell you about those texts that are all mysterious and cryptic. You know, the ones like, we need to talk, or you know what you did? What is that? It's like sending a man a puzzle wrapped in an enigma, and trust me, men don't like puzzles. They don't want to play detective trying to figure out what's wrong or what you're upset about. When you hit him with a line like, we need to talk, what he hears is stress, drama, and a whole lot of confusion coming his way. And most of the time, instead of stepping up, he's going to shut down because he doesn't know how to handle it. Men are wired differently when it comes to communication. They want straight talk. If you have a problem or something's bothering you, say it plain and simple. Don't leave him guessing or waiting for you to explode or drop hints. If you say, I felt hurt when you didn't call me last night, that's clear. That's real. That's giving him a chance to fix it or explain himself. But when you say, we need to talk, or you know what you did, it puts him on edge, makes him nervous, and honestly, it scares him off. Women sometimes think being mysterious or playing the silent treatment is a way to get attention or power, but it's just a recipe for confusion. If a man doesn't know what you want or what's going on, he'll either guess wrong or check out altogether. You want him involved, you want him engaged, you want him showing up for you, then communicate clearly. Men respect honesty and straightforward. They don't want mind games. They want a partner who tells it like it is. So next time you're upset, don't text some cryptic message that makes him feel like he's walking on eggshells. Be bold, be honest, and give him a chance to be the man you want him to be. That's how relationships grow, not by guessing games. Now, let's talk about over-texting. This right here is one of the biggest mistakes a woman can make when she's dealing with a man. Sending too many messages, hitting him up nonstop, blowing up his phone like you got nothing else going on. That's not cute. That's desperation in action. And when a man feels that desperation, it doesn't pull him closer. It pushes him away faster than you can say hello. Look, a little text here and there to say hi, check in, or share something funny, that's sweet. But when you texting all day long, nonstop, sending multiple texts before he even has a chance to reply, that's overwhelming. Men need space. They need room to breathe. They don't want to feel like they're under a microscope or that every minute of their day has to be reported back to you. When you overtext, you're basically telling him, I don't have a life without you. And that's a big red flag for a man. Men are hunters by nature. They like to chase. They want to work for your attention. If you're always available, always ready to reply, always sending message after message, you take all the fun out of the chase. You make yourself too easy, and that kills attraction. Give him the space to miss you, to wonder what you're up to want to reach out to you. When you don't overtext, you create a balance, a little mystery, a little independence that makes him want to come back for more. Remember, confidence is silent, and overtexting screams insecurity. So next time you feel the urge to send that 10th text in an hour, hold back, breathe, do something for yourself. Trust that if he's interested, he'll come through. And that's the kind of man you want anyway, the one who chooses you, not the one you have to chase. Now, let's get real about those angry texts. You ever been mad at a man and decided, you know what? I'm going to let him have it. And then you type out that fiery message and hit send. Yeah, I've seen it. And I'm here to tell you, that's a dangerous game. Angry texts don't solve problems. They just create more drama, frustration, or accusations. When you send a text full of anger, frustration, or accusations, you're not opening a door to communication. You're slamming it shut in his face. Men don't respond well to emotional explosions over text. They either get defensive, shut down, or they walk away because it's just too much for them to handle through a screen. You got to remember, texting takes away all the tone, the body language, the softness in your voice. So what comes through is just words, harsh, sharp words that sting. And when a man reads something like, you never care about me, or you're always messing up, it's going to hit him like a punch. And trust me, he's going to back off. You want to be the woman who's strong, calm, and collected, even when you're upset. Handle your anger like a queen. If you need to cool down, take a minute, step away from the phone. Breathe. Don't text when you're heated because the damage you do in one angry message can take days, weeks, or even longer to fix. Instead, wait until you can talk it out face to face, or at least when you can type out your feelings clearly and calmly. Remember, anger isn't the problem, how you express it is. If you want a man to stick around and work through the issues with you, you got to show him respect even when you're mad. Angry texts might feel good in the moment, but they'll cost you in the long run. Keep your power, keep your cool, and let your words build bridges, not burn them down. Now, let's talk about those texts you send trying to make a man jealous. You know the ones I'm talking about. Oh, I'm out with some other guy, or guess who I ran into today? Listen, playing the jealousy game is like playing with fire, and if you're not careful, you're going to get burned. Trying to make a man jealous by dropping hints about other guys or flaunting your attention from someone else doesn't make him want you more. It usually just makes him question your intentions, your trust, and even your respect for him. Here's the truth. A man who's really interested in you doesn't need to be provoked or pushed to care. If he's meant to be with you, he'll stick around because he wants to, not because you're trying to bait him with jealousy. When you text to make him jealous, you're basically telling him that you don't trust his feelings for you, and that's not a good look. It can make him feel insecure or confused, and sometimes it even pushes him to act out or check out completely. Women think that if they can just get a man jealous, he'll wake up and realize what he's got. But jealousy is a tricky emotion. It can spark temporary attention, sure, but it's rarely the foundation for a healthy, lasting relationship. Instead of trying to stir the pot, you want a man who values you enough to stay loyal without games or drama. You want a man who's confident in himself and in his feelings for you. A man who chooses you every day because he loves who you are, not because he's afraid of losing you. So next time you feel the urge to send that jealousy text, step back. Remember your worth. You don't need to play games to keep a man interested. You keep your dignity, your confidence, and let him come to you honestly and wholeheartedly. That's the kind of love that lasts. Now, here's something a lot of women don't realize. Texting isn't about controlling a man. It ain't about manipulating him or trying to make him do what you want. When you use your words to control, you lose your power, not gain it. See, real power comes from respect. Respect for yourself and respect for the man you're dealing with. If you send texts that sound needy, demanding, or like you're trying to control his every move, what you're really doing is sending him a signal that you don't trust him or that you're insecure. And let me tell you, no man wants to be with a woman who doesn't believe in his ability to choose her. You got to understand this. Men want to feel free in a relationship. They want to know that they're wanted, yes, but they don't want to feel trapped or suffocated. When you text him all the time, checking in, questioning what he's doing, or demanding explanations for every little thing, you're putting him in a cage. And when a man feels caged, he starts looking for a way out, no matter how much he likes you. That's just human nature. Now, holding your power doesn't mean you play hard to get or act like you don't care. It means you trust yourself enough to let the relationship flow naturally. You keep your dignity and your confidence, even in the silence between texts. You give him the space to come to you, to choose you freely, because that's what makes a man want to stay. You're not trying to trap him. You're inviting him to be with you. So the next time you feel the urge to send that controlling text, the ones that ask, where are you? Or who are you with? Stop and think about what you're really saying. You don't need to control a man. You need to respect yourself and let him respect you in return. That's how you build something real and lasting.